welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Provost Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy.
And I'm Denise. And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Well, hey, welcome in, Huntsville, as we get rolling on another episode of Good Morning Huntsville. We are moving right along. If you think about how fast things are going, episode 394, as, man, we're going to hit 400 here before too long, and we want to thank all of you for being a part of this journey now for well over a year and a half. As you're waking up this morning, as always, let us know what you're thankful for today. There's a lot of great things happening here in our community, and I'm going to tell you, if you woke up this morning, you headed outside, finally starting to feel like fall. Man, it was so nice. I've got a friend, Chris Russo, that will be joining us here in just a little bit. And I ran across Chris a while back and didn't realize it. And then we connected again over at the airport. So I'm excited to have Chris on this morning. He's going to be talking about a book that he has written and also just kind of a little bit about his life. And we're excited to learn more about Chris this morning and catch up with him, someone that's a good part of our community here in Huntsville. But hey, as you're waking up and maybe you're on the social media feeds this morning, do us a huge favor. Go ahead and comment in. Let us know that you're out there. Let us know what you're thankful for as well this morning. We always love to share in that. And, you know, when this is something that maybe I've never really mentioned before, but, you know, when you share what you're thankful for, that's going to inspire other people to remind them of what they should be thankful for today. So don't forget that those comments don't go unheard. And so this morning, if you feel like it, I know some of you are shy. Maybe this morning is the first morning that you're going to comment in. But feel free to say a little comment out there, and we'll be more than happy to share those, and other people will see those as well. It's one thing that I really enjoy is I see kind of little side conversations on social media as we do this show, and that's what it's all about. So, well, again, we are here. As always, a big thanks to Paul Oley, the gallery. Paul, we love you, man, for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. It's my friend Paul Oley at the gallery, 1201 University. Go see Paul, especially with the holidays right around the corner. Thanksgiving is upon us. Christmas will be here before you know it. Then we'll reset, recharge, and try to be ready to go in January. But let's don't jump ahead too far. But again, big thank you to Paul Oley, the gallery. Also want to give a shout out this morning, as always, to our really good friend, Mr. Elliot Herzig from Elliot's Jewelers. Visit his website online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your custom jewelry. Maybe you need some new jewelry. He will take care of everything. Maybe you need some jewelry that needs repaired. It's Elliot Herzig. He is so involved in this community, giving back to many, many organizations. one organization that he's very passionate about is CASA. And if you've driven around town, even in New Waverly, you'll notice these playhouses at different locations across the community. That is the parade of playhouses that Laura Green has worked very hard to bring back this year. You can get raffle tickets for those playhouses, 5 raffle tickets for $100, or you can get them for $25 a piece. You can go to casaofwalkercounty.org for more information on that. But this is a great opportunity to help back and give back to CASA and some really, really beautiful playhouses. And maybe you don't have children, you know what, go ahead and get one raffle ticket anyways, and if you win, you can give that to somebody else, or maybe you can even donate it back in, and maybe they can raffle it off again. So we'll see how that works out. I got 5 tickets. The one playhouse that I didn't put the ticket in for was the one that my wife said that she would have wanted. So I guess that means I'm going to have to buy 1 additional tickets to make sure that my wife is taken care of. So, Bridget, I got you this morning, sweetheart. But again, Elliot Herzlich for Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com. And, of course, here on this Thankful Thursday, we wouldn't be able to bring you this show without our friends at First Baptist Church, FBC Huntsville, a harbor of hope here in our community, reminding you that we have Bible study at 9:30, services every Sunday at 10:45. And, hey, Pastor Jason will get you out of here by noon. So we always appreciate the opportunity to serve your family. And, friends, if you're not plugged in here at First, I want to encourage you, just get plugged in somewhere. Any church that's a good Bible-believing church that just puts the Lord first, get plugged into a church somewhere in our community. I want to give a shout-out to a friend, Tom, that came by yesterday from a local church, and they were seeking some help, looking for folks to help drive here in the next couple of months. We're going to have him on and talking more about the initiative that they are helping to lead. But this is for some Amish folks are actually coming into our community to help rebuild a lot of the hurricane damage that happened several months ago. And I say our community, really down in Montgomery County is where they're going to be working out of, somewhere in that area. But we'll have more information as we'll have Tom on talking about this, but he has went to many local churches asking for folks to help drive, and it'll just be one of those deals where you just kind of spend all day. You'll go pick these folks up, drive them to the location, and then you'll kind of be their host for the day. If they need to go pick up something to eat, if they need to use the restroom, for instance, you'll drive them to places that they need to go. I just wanted to put that bug in your ear because we will be talking about this more. We'll have more information about this at the beginning of December. So make sure that you stay locked in here to Hello Huntsville. But again, I wanted to mention that because this is what it's all about, friends. And that's why I love this community, is that we all have an opportunity to come together and work together. And in fact, before he left yesterday, we said a prayer, and it was just one of those really neat things, to see that unity and churches working together, because, friends, that's the way that it should be. Jason is out this morning. He is well. Don't worry. There's a nasty stomach bug that's going around town, so make sure you wash your hands. That's not why Jason's out today. I'll be joining him actually here around, I'll be leaving right around 9 o'clock after the show, but it is the Collegiate Day of Prayer planning that is now underway. Last year, that event was held on the campus of Baylor University. This year, it's going to be held at Texas A&M. And so we are down there today for a summit, and they went ahead and went this morning. It was very important that he was there for the breakfast, along with one of our deacons here, Dr. Alvin Jones, who many in the community know Dr. Jones, but I'll be joining them. So that is why you don't get to see Jason this morning, but we have a great guest that's hanging out with us today as well, so we can't wait to have Chris on here in just a few moments. One other thing I wanted to mention, our friend Cherie Brabbits was on yesterday from Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek. Now, she made sure that I mention Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek and make sure that I enunciate Lone Star Lights, because if you'll remember last week, Pastor Jason was jokingly saying, man, we're giving away Lone Star Light on the show now. So we're not giving away any adult beverages, don't worry. But Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek, she was here yesterday. And she was so gracious to bless us with some Rend Collective tickets. Now, if you're not familiar with Rend Collective, they are a contemporary Christian band, nearly 500,000 followers on social media, depending on what channel you look at. They are going to be down at the Met Church in Houston. Now, here's the only problem with this. It's going to happen really quick on Saturday, but they have blessed us with 2 tickets to give away. So we have a special keyword for that giveaway. We don't want folks to text in if you're not going to be able to make it to that concert. It is going to be on the evening of November the 16th. And so that is a Saturday evening, again, down in Houston, Texas. But if you are able to go to that concert, We're going to pop up that keyword here in just a few moments. I was kind of setting everything up this morning, getting ready for that. But you can text in to win those Rend Collective tickets. Now, friends, if you've never heard of Rend Collective, I encourage you, go on social media, go online and look up. They're just a great band. We have a lot of their music. If many of you that have the Spirit Radio FM app, we play a lot of their music on Spirit Radio. And so, again, if you're able to make that, I would encourage you to be a part of that, to get these tickets. I'm going to share those, and I'm kind of rambling on here because I'm trying to get this set up. But here is the keyword. I'll pop that up on the screen now. Hopefully this will, let's see here. Hopefully this will come through. There you go. So the keyword is Rend, R-E-N-D. Now, again, don't text us in if you can't go. But if you are able to go, text in the keyword Rend, R-E-N-D, on our Zero Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. 0139. Rend is the word. If you're able to go this weekend, it's 2 tickets to listen to Rend Collective. It's going to be a night of worship. Let's be honest. Christian music's always a lot of fun, and most importantly, it's a night of worship. You don't go just for the entertainment. You go for the worship, and that's what's so empowering about Christian concerts. But one final time, text in that keyword Rend, R-E-N-D, to 936-339-0139 if you would like to go hear this great group down in Houston at the Met Church on Saturday. We have had a couple of people text in, so I'll tell you your chances right now are very, very good to win these tickets if you were able to make it down there. So definitely wanted to highlight that this morning. And again, a huge shout out to Cherie Brabbitts and Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek for helping to make that possible. And that's just the great job that they do over there. We will have our regular keyword continuing. The word is service. If you'd like to win more tickets to Lone Star Lights, friends, those are valued at $40 a piece, and we've got 2 more of them that we'll be giving away today. Congratulations to Rachel McDonald from Walker County Federal Credit Union. She won a prize pack yesterday. I believe it was 4 tickets along with a whole swag bag of items, and so congratulations to Rachel. Rachel, I will deliver those. I'm going to make a personal delivery over there to you later today. Well, hey, we're going to go ahead and step aside, take a break. Chris is here in studio with us. Many of you are commenting in, so please continue to keep those comments. We'd love to give you a shout-out this morning, just like our friend Steph Valley over at Magnolia Kennel saying, hello, Steph. We love you. Great to see you on this morning. And Magnolia Kennel taking care of folks here in Huntsville for a very long time. I did want to mention this before we take a break. Steph was with us towards the end of September. She's on with us once a month, but she brought in Greg Mathis from the Huntsville Fire Department, and we were able to put together an article finally yesterday, and just a great article there, thanks to Steph and the content that we had on that interview to honor Chief Mathis and the great work that he has done in our community for so many years. Many of you were commenting on that article, just that I love what Lisa said over at Learning RX. She said, we all have a Greg Mathis story, and that's what this community is about. It's about people loving on each other and helping each other, and Greg is just the epitome of what Huntsville stands for and represents. Well, hey, we're going to take a break, and we will be back in a moment. Stay with us as we continue on this journey, writing a new chapter in the story of Huntsville, Texas this morning. Keyword, if you'd like to win those Lone Star Light tickets. Yesterday, I think we had like 32 text messages come in, which was incredible. But if you texted in yesterday, guess what? You're in the running as well. All you got to do is text in the keyword service. That keyword is service, along with your name, on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number 936-339-0139. It's your chance to win some Lone Star Lights tickets this morning. See, it popped into my head again. All right, we'll be back in a moment. As always, our Thankful Thursdays brought to you by First Baptist Church, online at fbchuntsville.org. More to come. We'll step aside. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. This is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
A little blue showing up in the National Weather Service map this morning, and typically that means little chilly air is out there. Well, that's in Oklahoma. We don't have to worry about it here. They're under some freeze watches in Oklahoma. 51 as you're waking up this morning here. How about a beautiful day? 71 and sunny tonight. It's going to be chilly, 42. Speaking of chilly, why don't you cook some chili tonight? Bring us some tomorrow morning. We'd love that. 42 degrees, clear, and then Friday, we're going to wrap up the weekend. Very, very nice. Clear skies. A little bit of rain returns to the forecast Sunday night. Then we'll see it Sunday. Monday, chances kind of dig up a little bit more. So that is a quick look at your weather as we come back. So get out and enjoy today. Don't bail on your job, though. You know, ask your boss to let you go outside for a little bit today if you have one of those indoor jobs. Well, hey, we are now joined by a friend that apparently we had crossed paths at the Purse Bingo with what was that? Was it Safe House?
Yes.
So we crossed paths, didn't really realize it. And then I was with David Beatty just a couple of days ago. And correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. It's not really called the tarmac, is it? Is that word?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So we were on the tarmac.
Right.
and David was looking at a plane that you have, and we started talking, and he introduced you to me and me to you, and your wife had mentioned, hey, you're that guy that was at the purse bingo, and then all the dots started connecting, and we had a conversation, and David said, he ought to be on your show, and I said, yes, he should. And here he is, Chris Russo, joining us today. So good to see you, Chris.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Well, Chris has been here in Huntsville for a while. He has kind of been scattered throughout the country. Grew up as a military brat guy. Happy Veterans Day, by the way, too,
Thank you,
Chris. I know
appreciate it.
you served in the Army. I believe you said your father was in the Air Force, if that was right. Well, just let us know a little bit about you. I wanted to have you on today. You're here in Huntsville. You've been here for a few years now, and I know that we'll talk about the book here in a moment, but just kind of let us know a little bit about your journey and how you ended up here in Huntsville.
Wow. It's pretty long, and a lot of different places in between. Started out in California where I was born, and I wasn't there a year until I moved overseas with my dad in the Air Force. Stayed there for approximately 4 years, and Arkansas was the next base that we lived at. Unfortunately, my parents split up at that point, and my mother and her family was from California, so we moved back there, and just kind of moved around quite a few times. Like I mentioned before, I've moved 44 times in my life, and it's been a lot. I've had a lot of friends, which means I make friends very fast. But sadly, I also say goodbye to friends a lot. But it's been a blessing. I've seen so many different places of the world that, as I tell people, God's creation is just, it's fantastic. It's stunning. It's just something else. And so, but what brought me here to Huntsville was Texas Department of Criminal Justice. I got a job flying the airplane for them, which was really a great job. The guys that I flew with were just incredible, great personalities, great walks of life, and their own just their own journeys of where they've been, and just being able to sit next to someone for a couple of hours and just chat and talk about everything, really, from the job to your faith, and which is something that you don't get to do very often in work, is talk about your faith. But I was able to fly with a couple of Christian guys, and that really was just incredible, and something I'll always kind of cherish, really. But unfortunately, after a couple of years, it was time to take that next step in my career. And so I went back to the airlines for a short time, flying passengers, and then I got a job with my current company, Atlas Air, which is, as I mentioned to you, is the largest airline nobody's ever heard of. We fly the largest 747 fleet in the world. And myself, though, I am on the 777, which is the largest twin-engine airplane in the world.
The Big Daddy.
It's
one of the big
huge.
daddies.
It is. It's every time I walk around that airplane before a flight, I really am in awe at the size of the plane. It's just over 750,000 pounds.
Wow.
And to give you an idea, the amount of fuel that we take for one flight is more than a car will burn in a lifetime.
Goodness.
And so
it's more than I'll have in my wallet in a lifetime, too, probably.
Amen to that. It isn't cheap, I tell you. At 320,000 gallons of fuel or pounds of fuel, it's a lot. But I did get on with them, and I've been flying for them for a little over 6 years, and it's been an absolute blessing and stuff. And I came here to Huntsville and ended up getting married here, and we just decided to make Huntsville our home and stuff. So I've been here for 9 years. Of all the moving around I've done, I've been here 9 years, though I've moved 3 times while I've been here.
You decided you still wanted the moving bug, right? You're like, man.
The military gets in my under my skin, and that bug of moving every couple of years just, I don't know what it is. I hate it, but I love it at the same time, because I like to experience new places and things like that. And so, but of course, my wife, she's always lived in Texas, though she's moved a few times. She's about the only person who's rivaled the number that I have. But she really loves Texas. Not that I don't. I love Texas. But she really kind of is making deep roots, which I have never done before until here. And so I have just fallen in love with the kind of the small town, which
you
is
just helped
great.
me. Well, you helped me just think of we always try to have some inspiration every day on this show, and I don't pre-write what I'm gonna, it just kind of naturally happens. You just mentioned something I've never thought of. I think in this area, it is so easy to really grow deep roots, and here's the inspiration this morning, friends. So hear this one out. This community is full of so many good people. This whole area, East Texas, is so beautiful. We're so blessed here. We got deep soil here. Now, I'm from the Austin area.
Okay.
You don't have deep roots. Okay? You hit limestone like 3 inches down, and that's it. The trees don't grow anywhere. You got oak trees here that are 20 stories tall. At home, you may be lucky if they go up, 30, 40 feet. So that's the inspiration this morning is be reminded how blessed we are and how cultivated the soil is here. And what do I mean by that? The people are good, and you've got an opportunity here to really grow in this community, just like Chris and his family have. You mentioned, the pilot, the airline part, and that's a big part of what you do. I know you're kind of in an off period right now until January, and when things get rolling again for you. Let me just ask this question. What led you into aviation? And I know that you fly a lot of cargo for these companies like Atlas, but what got you into aviation?
That is a good question, and that's one I actually thought about this morning. If you'd ask it, if we have some time, I was in law enforcement before I became a pilot, and unfortunately, a drunk driver ended my law enforcement career. It left me with some permanent injuries. Fortunately enough, it wasn't something that kept me out of the flight deck for an airplane. But it did force me to switch careers. And so my roommate in college, who happens to fly for the same company, he was a pilot at the time. He and I were both big airplane enthusiasts during college. And we were talking, and I had told him that I just couldn't do my job anymore because I was taking more sick time than I was accruing. And he said, well, why don't you become an airline pilot? The market is really ripe for it. And so I quit my job. I got rid of a bunch of my stuff. I was single at the time. And I moved to Texas. And I started flight school right down in spring. And that was 2006, and I haven't gone far since, actually, from spring here to Huntsville, and that was really about it. And I just started flying. I've had a number of different jobs, flying pipeline patrol, which was kind of what started the book, and then I've flown for a couple of different passenger airlines, and then on to flying cargo, which is the next best secret in aviation, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was going to ask. When I think of cargo, I think of the big FedEx planes and all that. But you're talking about this airline Atlas, which is just incredible. The largest fleet that you had mentioned, and it seems like those cargo flights. You said this earlier. I didn't want to interrupt you, but you were saying that you got to see all of God's beauty and all that. Well, you're getting to see it from 30,000 feet up in the air. And I would imagine on those cargo flights, those have got to be, for the most part, I'm sure you hit turbulence once in a while, but for the most part, those have got to be just really peaceful, kind of a lot to think about when you're up there, right? And just kind of relax and think about life and all that you've been blessed with, right?
Absolutely. I tell people that front class beats first class any day. The windows are bigger, and it's just it's hard to explain what there is to see. There's so much of this world that I fly over. To give you an idea, when I start, I'm usually working 2 weeks at a time. I will literally lap the planet twice in those 2 weeks, depending on where I'm going. And I have flown over the deserts of down in Oman, over Kazakhstan, and seen it's sand. That's it, just sand. Whether it's kind of near Oman, Muscat area, where it's probably a couple thousand feet deep of sand, which is a lot of sand. Kazakhstan, where there's just next to nothing out there. I have flown right past the Matterhorn, And I've flown by Everest, but it was unfortunately cloudy. But it just Mount Fuji, and seeing things like that from the air is a different viewpoint than most people get to see. And so it reminds me of what God's created for us. And then my blessing to be able to experience that. I wish I could share it with everybody. It really is just amazing. And then the destinations that I go to, it seems like every place is different. And so I really encourage people to get out and see the world if you haven't before. And you mentioned the peacefulness. Flying at night is usually when it's calmer. There's not the turbulence that you'll get during the daytime. Turbulence is, just for a physics lesson, is warm air rising is usually what causes turbulence. And so because it's nighttime, it's cooler, and so things tend to settle down. At night, it's very peaceful to fly. It really is. I love flying
smooth as
at
glass,
night.
I would imagine.
It is. And then, flying over the oceans, there's really nothing to see. And so it's just dark. Now, I have seen on a number of occasions the Northern Lights while flying, which is
cool.
It really is. But what's interesting is the view that you get is not the view that you capture with the camera. And so you kind of look and you see a little bit of haze, and you put your phone or your phone camera up to the window and you take a picture, and that's when the kind of the green comes out of the Northern Lights. And so it's when you look out just with the naked eye, it's just kind of this like really just a white haze almost. And so I have not experienced it where you actually get the greens and magenta with the naked eye yet, which I do have plans to do that someday. But
well, great. Well, I just, Chris Russo joining us this morning here. Pilot talked about the aviation. I'm so glad that we just crossed paths. I don't believe that any person we pass in life is by accident. I think that there's a meaning. And I mean, think about this. Even if you're just walking into the grocery store, there's opportunities to connect with somebody every day. And I think God longs for those connections. That's one reason we were created, is he wanted to have that connection with us. And so I kind of look at it in that way too, that we're here on this earth to support each other. And sometimes, that you may just cross somebody, but there was still a reason that you crossed that person. And as we were talking, and David Beatty said, you got to get this guy on your show. I said, yeah. And you were talking more, and it really intrigued me more about, the airline industry. And I know one other guy that flies commercially. It's my buddy Brian Adams' brother, Mark Adams, here in this area. I don't know if you know Mark or not, but he flies passenger commercial. But then also one thing that really intrigued me was we started talking about you always wanted to be an author. This idea came in that you wanted to write a book. Let us know a little bit about this, and we'll talk about The Battle Won, which is a book you wrote here in just a few moments. But what inspired you? What was the idea that popped into your head to say, man, I really got to write a book?
I was 14 years old when the first idea came into my head that I wanted to write a novel. And I don't know why. At that time, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was something in English class or something along those lines. But fast forward to 2013, I was flying with a gentleman, and I got a phone call that said I was flying pipeline patrol. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but government mandates that all underground pipelines, oil pipelines, gas pipelines, have to be inspected every 21 days. Best way to do that is from the air.
How do you inspect that from there? Are they buried underground, or
they are? You're flying the right of ways and looking for signs of leaks, whether it's dead foliage or like gas pipelines. You can actually see the plume as it's leaking out. Oil lines, it's more dead foliage, and the majority of it though is not. It is looking for leaks, but there's the bigger hazards are people that happen to just build a fence across the line to make sure they didn't puncture the lines and stuff.
So you're following the pilot. David joked with me. He goes, I fly IFR, and he goes, I follow road.
That's
is
right.
Is that an airline joke?
It
pilot
is.
Joke? Okay.
It is.
So, but you're IFP, you follow pipe in this case.
Right, in that sense. And so, and when we fly, we usually have an observer with us. And the reason is the pilot that's flying the line isn't looking out. He's looking at the line. He's not looking out for anything that's going around or happen to be flying around with you. And so that's what the observer is for. So this gentleman that I was flying with, I had gone down to mention, hey, we're not flying today because it's a holiday, which for them, this was in Louisiana, so it was Mardi Gras, which I don't know if I would really call that a holiday, but people from Louisiana would. Yeah. And they did, and said, gentleman told me that they weren't working today, so I thought, all right, well, I'll just go to the movies or something. I'm sitting around a hotel all day. Asked the guy I was flying with if he wanted to go, and he kind of paused. He says, no, I'm working on my novel. And I thought, novel? Really? And so he had a part of it on his iPad, and he let me read it, and I tell you, he had a gift for sarcastic dialogue. Oh my gosh, it was funny. It really was. And so I thought about it, and I thought I had a lot of downtime in the hotels and stuff while I was flying, and I just thought if he could write one, I could write one. And so I remember my creative writing class from college, and the teacher said, write about what you know. And so I knew aviation. I know my faith, that I've been a part of church for quite a while, obviously. And so I wrote this book. And it was interesting. I really kind of started it, but I can't say everything is from me. I really have to say that a lot of it came from God, because there's so much stuff in the book that I just didn't even think of putting in there that's in there. And to give you an idea, I had been writing it for a while, but I didn't know the name of the book. And I was struggling with it. And one morning, I sat up in bed. And I thought about that, and I was like, people don't sit up in bed. They don't just sit up. You read it in books a lot of times in stories, things of, so-and-so sat up in bed. But people, when they wake up, they stretch, they look at the clock, maybe they'll check messages on their phone, and then they sit up. They don't just sit up. Well, I did. 5:30 in the morning, 0530, looked at the clock. In my head was the name, The Battle Won. I thought, well, that really is the book. It's a historical fiction set in World War II, and as we know, the Allies, we all won the war, so that battle was won. But the book it's a Christian-based historical fiction,
cool.
And so we also know that battle was won for us also, and so it has two meanings for the book, and I knew that it was the name was inspired. It didn't come from me. And so, which kind of made it interesting, because 2 weeks later I was struggling with the end of the book, and I sat up in bed again, and I looked at the clock, and I kid you not, 0530, and in my head was the ending of the book, and my first thought after that was, okay, God, I'm listening.
Wow.
And so it came out. It is an absolute labor of love. It took me about 10 months to write. It took me about 2 years to publish because just back and forth with the publishing house, and I got a contract, ended up being the wrong one. Then I was getting the runaround from them, and I just decided I'll publish it myself. And so I did. Went through a self-publishing publishing house, and which was a part of Amazon, and so that you can get it on Amazon pretty easily. And stuff, so which was something I wanted, be able to people to, if they were interested in reading the book, that they'd be able to, get it pretty easily. So,
well, without giving anything, no spoilers, but can you give us like a brief? I know you mentioned a little bit, but can you give us? Maybe a little summary of what folks can expect. Don't give anything away, because I want to read this.
It is a book about love, but it's many facets of it. Whether it's the love of family, the love of a girlfriend to turn spouse, or mainly the love of God for us. It is about that, but it's not. It's about a character and his best friend that end up going to war. They go to war as pilots, and it's the struggles that he has with things that happen to him while he's there, things that happen back at home, and the struggle with faith when not everything goes our way. And so it is a battle that we fight every day when we're struggling with those times in our life that the Bible tells us that the struggles give us perseverance and things like that. Mm-hmm. And that's what part of it in the book is as the main character struggles with things and whatnot, and how he overcomes it, and the odd side of who actually helps him overcome it. Without giving anything storyline away, that is really kind of what it's about. And I did bring you a copy.
Yeah, thank you,
I noticed
man.
that you're kind of looking it up, but
yeah, I put a link there too. You can get this book, by the way, on Amazon. I've made it really easy for folks. You're going to like this. tinyurl.com/thebattle1.
Huh.
So if you just go to tinyurl.com/thebattle1, that's going to redirect you to Amazon. You could purchase this right now. And this is just, you mind if I pick this up real quick?
Please, go ahead.
A beautiful
It's your
book
book now.
here. Man, well, thank you so much. This is so great, Chris. And you said 10 months. I'm sitting here looking. I mean, we're talking of a book here with, quite a few pages, and you're sitting here saying, well, it only took me 10 months to write. I'm sitting here thinking, man, if I wrote something like this, it would...
I took a month off in that 10 months, too, just for writer's block. But
now, were you married at the time you were
I
writing?
was not. I was
Okay.
single. And one evening, I wrote 11,000 words.
Wow.
I don't know. I was just pounding away on the keyboard in the hotel, which was really funny because only once did I write on the book when I was at home. And the job then when I was flying pipeline, I was only away for 6 to 8 days a month. And so it really wasn't out. And I would only write in the hotel. Whatever it was, less distraction, something like that. I would turn, since it's set in the 40s for World War II, I would turn on some 1940s music or some Christian rock, which I like, and I would just start writing. And it took directions and went and turns that I had no idea it was going to. And when it came out, or when I first published it and it was ready, I bought a box of them. And the day it came in, I opened it up, I grabbed one of the books, and I sat down and I read it cover to cover. And I mean, I wrote the book. I know what the book's about.
Yeah, but it's still neat, isn't it? You have that, like, this is something that you've worked on.
Tangible in my hand. I did this. I did part of it. I really think God did a lot of it.
Yeah,
and so I did the stomping on the keys part. But just to be able to read it from cover to cover was just a treat, and absolutely loved it. It's a story. And it's not technical. I didn't want it to be technical, and I didn't want it to be. I didn't want it to focus on a lot of things specifically. And to be honest, I didn't even expect it to be. I knew it would have a Christian background to it, but I didn't expect it to be Christian based.
Yeah.
But God had other plans, and so
that's like this platform. It's funny you mentioned that because I was talking to somebody the other day when I launched this platform with Hello Huntsville. The slogan is literally promote the good in Huntsville, and God has used this platform, to reach people. And we have a lot of people who watch this show or go to our website, obviously, that aren't believers, and that's okay. We want this to be a family type space where everybody feels welcome. But isn't that neat how God works? You never know the direction that He's going to take you if you remain in faith. It's just unbelievable.
It really is, and you really have to be open to it. You can fight, and it makes the journey more difficult. But a lot of times I found that I end up there anyway. And so in that experience, I've found to be more open to letting God take me where He wants me to be, and so it's been quite a blessed journey. I am absolutely blessed. I can't say it any other way.
Well, Chris, what's next? I mean, it seems like you've accomplished a lot already. You've done more in your life now than a lot of people would do in their entire life. You've written a book. You're flying, and we're not talking like little Cessnas. You're flying the big daddies too. You flew the smaller daddies, but you got the big daddy. What's next? Are you thinking about another book? I mean, what are the kind of the dreams, the desires that God's placed in your heart?
I have a number of books running around in my head, and they're not real developed. They're just ideas. And, so I've been approached several times to write a sequel to this one. I don't know if I will, just because of how the book is written. I could have a spin-off from a character, which is one of the books that I have thought about, just kind of sort of a parallel story to the same time. Mm-hmm. But having gotten married and kids and things, it doesn't give me a lot of time. However, when I am in the hotels and stuff while I'm flying, I do have a lot of time at that point.
When you're on autopilot?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there you go. Just kind of pounding away as I'm watching the instruments and stuff. So,
no, if anyone from Atlas is watching, that does not happen.
No, actually, I have never seen anybody do that.
Yeah, it does not happen.
but and to give you an idea of the flying that I do, my flights are anywhere from an hour and a half to my longest is 18 and a half hours.
Goodness.
And part of that time, or half of that time, I'm not in the flight deck. I'm in the back on a break. We have bunk beds in the plane to sleep on. We have kind of like business class seats that recline and stuff that you can sleep in, things of that nature. And if you're not tired, then a lot of us will watch movies, read books, and I have done some typing for books and stuff, kind of delving into a storyline kind of thing, and just kind of experimenting with it and stuff.
That's
but
cool.
Aside from that, I don't have really a whole lot of plans for the future. It's kind of to see where God's going to take me. I will just kind of pursue as things kind of come up and whatnot. I recently moved into a house that has given us some angst, I should say.
Oh, no.
And yes, we nicknamed the house Jerry, because everything is jerry-rigged.
Ah, gotcha, yeah.
And so a lot of that is kind of untangling. A lot of my time recently is untangling things that have been just in the house that have been done. And
sounds like the Cowboys, Jerry Jones. That's where I thought you were going with. As a Cowboys fan.
No, I'm actually not an NFL fan, really. I am a player fan, but and which is funny. You said the collegiate day of prayer is happening out in College Station. I did wear my A&M shirt.
Go.
I am an A&M grad.
Well, gig 'em.
And so I was grinning ear to ear when you were talking about that. I was sitting over there. And so, but who knows where God will take me out. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to get the honeydew list for the house done for my wife, and we're kind of remodeling our pantry currently. So I've been learning some new tricks and stuff.
Flying by night, pantry fixing by day. It's somewhere in the middle, being dad, writing books,
right.
Serving the Lord. So the whole nine.
That's really kind of the. I will say this without giving the line, and I'm just going to have to say you'll have to read it because it's the last line in the book. I truly hope the last line of my life is the last line in that book.
Yeah, wow.
And I can tell by the way you're looking at me like I'm going to have to read this because now you're intrigued, and hopefully others are too. But that's where I hope to end up.
Well, great, man. Well, Chris, I'm so glad. This is what I love about what we have the privilege of doing is just highlighting folks in our community. That's what this platform and this show is all about. And here's another great example of someone in our community doing great work and just really inspirational, in my opinion. I would consider you a very inspirational person. When I was chatting with you out there on the tarmac, I just immediately said, man, this is a guy I'd love to sit down and interview and talk to, and I can't wait, and I'm so thankful. Thank you so much for that gift of the book. Again, it's called The Battle Won. You can get your copy now on Amazon. Very easy, tinyurl.com/The Battle Won. Well, man, thanks for being here, Chris. Appreciate you, man. Yes,
pleasure.
sir. We'll have you on again. We'll have you on again sometime.
I look forward to it.
When your next book comes out. Then when the movie comes out, right? When the movie.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I actually have, oddly enough, I have somebody in mind who I would be interested in directing it.
We need to get you in touch with the Prison City Film Festival guys here
in
town. Yeah, they have a big film festival every year, so there you go, man. All right, well, there he is again, Chris Russo. Appreciate him being here today, sharing his story, not only his passion for aviation, but also what God has blessed him with the opportunity to write this wonderful novel. Again, you can pick it up. It's called The Battle Won. Friends, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. I'll close it out. When we come back, do want to remind you we are continuing our keyword this week, and all you got to do, text in the keyword service. We made it service this week in honor of all of those that have served. Guys just like Chris, we appreciate his service. Again, the keyword is service. All you got to do is text that in for your chance to win 2 tickets to Lone Star Lights. That number, 936-339-0139. Text in service along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. As always, our Thankful Thursdays brought to you by First Baptist. More information online about the Harbor of Hope at fbchuntsville.org. Stay with us, friends. We'll be back in a moment as we continue on this journey. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
So, what's inside the mysterious little box?
What box? Oh, that box over there.
You went to Elliot.
Wait, don't open it yet. Oh, and yes, I went to see Elliot's Jewelers just a couple of days ago.
Inside the box, is it golden?
Well, I was a little concerned about the price of gold because it's high, but Elliot really helped me find something beautiful and monetarily agreeable.
Oh, well, hey, can I open it now? Please?
Whoa, just a little longer. You have to at least wait until Christmas Day.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Elliot's Jewelers. Fine jewelry and engravable gifts. Schedule your appointment at elliotsjewelers.com. That's ELLIOTTS Jewelers.com.
Make sure there's something extra special inside the mysterious little box you give this season.
All right, friends, back at it as we continue on. We'll wrap it up here in just a few moments. So great to have Chris Russo here a few moments ago. And again, want to encourage you, get his book. You can go to tinyurl.com/The Battle Won. And man, what an awesome morning just to share this and get to know more about Christopher and the great work that he's doing here in our community. God is always doing something great. And, that's why I'm always a big believer that when you stay positive and you think about all the good that is going on, there's a lot of bad, but there's so much more good happening here in our world and right here in our community. When you focus on those things, you're going to see the doors that the Lord has ready for you. If you've got this negative mindset and you feel defeated, like you're getting beat up, and you're just really not looking forward to the next chapter. And I understand. I've been in that situation. There's days where I'm still in it, to be honest. And I've talked about that. I've been open about, my career and how things dramatically. But what I've learned, and I really learned this on Sunday, hear this, our pastor here, Jason Bay, man, it's just things have been so clear from the way that the Lord has been able to communicate through him to me, through the sermons that he preaches, through the messages. And I love what he said on Sunday. He said, there's nothing wrong with us having our own dreams and our own goals. That's all good. But he said, start thinking about the dreams and the goals that God has for you and what he wants to see happen in your life. And man, it just really took my whole brain and twisted it up in a positive way and kind of shook my core a little bit, which I needed that. And, I've been so focused on wanting this to happen and that to happen and that to happen. And now my mindset is starting to shift on, I'm thankful God has put dreams and desires in my heart, just like he has all of you. But it's more so about his dreams through us. What is he dreaming for us? What does he want us to do for him? And anyways, I just wanted to say that was on my heart this morning, and it was something really cool. And that's what I love about Chris. He comes in here, another great guy here in our community, and so thankful to get to know him. And again, if I would have been in a negative mindset, maybe I could have been boo-hooing about something going on in life, and David calls me, David Beatty, and said, hey, do you want to go up and fly with me today? I could have said, no, I'm not. And then that connection would have never happened. And then I would have never met Chris, would have never had him, would have never known. And in fact, right after he got off here, that's why we were in an extended commercial break. There was some music. We were talking, and there's some more connections that we had that we didn't even know about. And, man, just incredible. Hey, a couple of things that I wanted to go over real quick, and we will head over to our Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. Very important day today, National Seatbelt Day. Wear your seatbelt, friends. It saves lives. Today, National Seatbelt Day, reminding you to make sure that you wear your seatbelt today. It's National Family Pajama Day. I thought that wouldn't happen until Christmas. World Diabetes Day. All of us know someone that's been affected by diabetes. And also National Spicy Guacamole Day. And one of my favorite days, it's National Pickle Day today. And if you've never had the freeze-dried pickles from Zero Degree Creations, you better get a hold of Rick Boning and get those pickles, man. They are so good. A couple of things that you need to know. Seniors, I know there's a lot of folks that listen to the show from just a whole variation of ages. Seniors going to have to pay more again for Medicare Part B next year. The standard monthly premium for Part B enrollees will rise by $10.30 to now $185 in 2025. RFK Jr. is suggesting that 600 people from the National Institutes of Health will be fired on day one of Trump's second term. They have created this. Trump is creating this new kind of oversight organization. I forget the official name of it. I think it's actually a really good idea, not being political, but I just think this is a great idea. It's an oversight for the government. Elon Musk and another gentleman are going to head this up, and it's basically like a government efficiency division, making sure that we really put a hamper on all this wasteful spending. And so I'm glad to hear about that. Michael Strahan, many of you know Michael Strahan, a sports announcer, and also has the morning show, but he will not face any punishments or fines from Fox Sports after he was seen with his fingers interlocked near his waist while his colleagues had their hands over their hearts during the national anthem. And so that was kind of a big thing that was floating around in the news for a little bit. Oprah, by the way, denying. There's been some news out there that she was paid $1 million by the Harris campaign for her endorsement. She's denying that. Denzel Washington says that Black Panther 3 will be one of the last movies that he does before he retires. Boy, when he retires, that's going to be a hole in the movie world. I really enjoy a lot of his movies. A couple of food news. Burger King, I took advantage of this yesterday. They had their $1 Whoppers they were selling. Well, now they're introducing 3 new Whoppers to the world today. How about this one? The Fried Pickle Ranch Whopper, the Maple Bourbon Barbecue Whopper. Boy, those sound like tongue twisters. And the Mexican Street Corn Whopper. Those are being introduced today. Dunkin' Donuts has come out with 2 new flavors of coffees, iced coffees, the Merry Mint Bark Iced Coffee and the Winter White Raz Iced Coffee. Everybody getting into the holiday season this year. Here is our impossible question for today. Over 75% of people say there are some days they are too tired to do this. What is it? That is the impossible question today. Over 75% of people say there are some days they are too tired to do this. A couple of Did You Knows here, and we will take a break. Then we'll come right back and head to our Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. Did you know today nearly half of all people polled admit to talking to an ATM? Whenever you go to get cash, do you talk to the ATM? I personally have done that, and it's more of, come on, hurry up, I need my cash. Nowadays, I don't go to the ATM because there's nothing in there to get out of it. 29% of adults use their kids I'm laughing because this is me. Use their kids as an excuse to buy chocolate milk for themselves. Pollen can make you sneeze and floats in the breeze. Pez candy dispensers. Any of you have the Pez candy growing up? They were originally designed as a tool to encourage quitting smoking. According to Uber Eats, the most popular food delivered in the U.S. is French fries. And the average woman will wait 4 months before telling someone that they love them. One final thing, did you know today, and this is good for National Seatbelt Day, 90% of adults use a seatbelt on a daily basis while driving. One thing that we're really big in this community, and that's a big thank you to Deanna Irwin and her foundation, the Peyton Irwin Foundation. Don't text and drive either. I think that's something every day. Every day needs to be National Seatbelt Day, and every day needs to be National Don't Text and Drive Day. Friends, I'll take a quick break. I will call our winner today. By the way, we're not going to give away those Rend Collective tickets until tomorrow. And if maybe you're just joining us, I do want to flash that up on the screen real quick one final time, courtesy of Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek. We do have some tickets today for a really good Christian band. You'll hear a lot of their music on Spirit Radio FM. But this is a organization or a Christian group called Rend Collective. We are giving away 2 tickets. They are playing in Houston. If you can't go to the concert, please don't text in to win. But they are playing in Houston on Saturday night at the Met Church. This is a really awesome Christian band called Rend Collective. They've been around for quite some time, 500,000 followers on social media. You can text in the keyword REND, R-E-N-D. Maybe you know somebody who wants to go to this too, or if you can't go, maybe you know of somebody who would go. We encourage you to text in to win. There's only been a couple of people text in, so your chances of winning these tickets are really, really good, and they're good seats too. It's at the Met Church. Again, the keyword is REND, R-E-N-D, to 936-339-0139. Again, enter in to win those tickets to Rend Collective this Saturday down in Houston. We'll take one final break, and as we do, a reminder, our show's on Thursday, Thankful Thursday, brought to you by First Baptist Church. Please visit us online at fbchuntsville.org. We'll be back after one brief minute or two. This is your show. As we continue on, it is Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us, please.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
All right, as we continue on, time now 8:43. We'll wrap it up here in just a few moments. Jason Bay not with us today. I've got to head out as well, as we will be down in College Station. There is a Collegiate Day of Prayer Summit going on right now. It's a really important event that happens across our nation at college campuses across the United States. This year it's going to be held at Texas A&M University. Let's head over to our Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. We do have a winner today for those Lone Star Light tickets. And remember, the key is you got to answer to win.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. This is Rob with the Good Morning Huntsville show. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Who are we speaking with?
Sherry Ritter.
Well, Sherry Ritter, congratulations. You texted in yesterday, and
Yes.
and you know what? You have won 2 tickets to Lone Star Lights there at Carolina Creek. That's what you texted in for.
That's right. Oh, thank you. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you bet. We have a deal here. We give away stuff every day on the show, and it lasts for a week. So even though you texted yesterday, boy, you're lucky, too. We had about 32 people text in yesterday to win those tickets. So,
wow.
So congratulations. Sherry, real quick, how long have you been here in Huntsville?
Oh, I came here to go to Sam Houston and never left.
Never left.
So.
Awesome. Well, what do you love about – we always ask this question to folks that we call when they win. What do you love most about our community?
Small town feel, but everything you need is here.
All right. Well, Sherry, congratulations. I'll text you information on how to pick up those tickets. And make sure you watch the show, too. I know you may have saw this on social media, but we have our morning show every single morning from 7:30 to 8:30. So thank you, Sherry. God bless you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. There we go. Sherry Ritter, the winner today. 2 tickets to Lone Star Lights, courtesy of Cherie Brabbitts, Wes, and all the great folks out there at Carolina Creek. Hey, I do want to say a few things real quick. Many people are texting in this morning. Kyle Kreiner, good to see you, Kyle. He said I missed his calling. He wanted to be a pilot, Kyle. Well, there's still time, man. You can still do that. Shout out to Santa Saucier joining us. Quentin Glaze saying good morning. Angie, I love her comments saying good morning on this chilly day. Jason Thompson, good morning to you. Hope you're feeling better, brother. We missed you yesterday, 2 days ago. Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville, saying good morning on a thankful Thursday. Deneen Thompson, I love what you said, Dee. She said, I'm thankful for my family in Jesus. Hunts Vegas, hey, check it out. Robbie joining us this morning. What's up, Robbie? Saying, what's up, big bro? Good morning. Good to see you this morning. Jason, man, thank you. He said, I'm thankful for good friends. And, man, I love you, Jason. I appreciate that. Jamie, Santa Saucier saying, I'm thankful that we're able to live and worship freely. Lee Killingsworth joining us. Good morning to you, Lee. Linda Webb. Linda, God bless you. I've been thinking about you and your family. She said, I'm thankful that I found the Lord early in life. I'm also thankful for my family. Linda, we love you and your family, and Danny and Ashley and your entire family. Blake, y'all are just wonderful, wonderful folks, and appreciate you, Linda, for messaging in this morning. Elle Turpening joining us, saying good morning, y'all, from New Waverly, Texas. Good to see you on this morning. My sister Rebecca joining, saying good morning, Huntsville. Happy blessed Thursday. Also, how about Bill Doggett? I love it, Bill, saying good morning, gang, is what Bill is texting us. Good to see you this morning. Kathy Schweitzer, always great to see you, Kathy, saying good morning, Huntsville. Sally Hosey messaging us in, saying good morning. Hello, Huntsville. Have a terrific Tuesday. Wendy Stevens, good morning to you as well. I'm really trying hard to hold back a sneeze right now. And so many others. Sorry, I couldn't hold it. I knew it was going to happen. Good morning to all of you for joining us today as well. There's also quite a few folks that are joining us on the Huntsville, Texas News and Events group. The Horns joining us. Richard and Linda saying good morning, Huntsville. Paul Oley over at the gallery. Paul, good to see you. He said he's thankful that his feet hit the floor. Lewis Murphy, good to see you this morning. Autumn Wheaton said she is grateful that her car is almost paid off. Jamie Salas over at Osprey Storage joining us. And Emily O'Rear joining, too. She said, did I miss Chris? Yes, you did, Emily. Sorry about that. But you can always go back and watch the show. Friends, that will wrap it up. The impossible question, by the way, was something I think it was like 75% of people said that they miss out on doing this. Let me go back. I had it pulled up here. Hold on. The impossible question today was over 75% of people say that there's some days that they are too tired to do this. What is it? Make dinner. That is the answer. Make dinner was the answer for that. So 75% of people say that they are too tired some days to make dinner. Well, friends, we will be back at it tomorrow. Make sure you join. We got a great show lined up tomorrow morning. Amy Bobrook's going to be here in studio playing some music for us as she returns to Huntsville. You know, she lives out of the country, but she comes into town a few times a year, so she is back with us tomorrow. And then we'll also have our good friend, Dr. Richard Henriksen. He is a chaplain for the American Legion, and so we're so thankful to have them on. That will be here, so make sure that you join us tomorrow. Friends, as I end every show, reminding you this morning that we truly aren't strong enough alone to make it on our own. We're really not. We do need each other, so please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. I'm going to leave you with this song. It's called Greater Than I Ever Knew, just dropped on Spirit Radio FM a few weeks ago. Until then, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone. We'll see you. So long.
I had a dream, I thought it was mine. Chasing that goal, I gave it all my time. Thought the road was clear, but it turned around. When the walls fell, I couldn't hear a sound. But in the quiet, I heard you speak. You said, my child, it's not defeat. What I thought was the end was just the start. You were holding a greater plan in your heart. You're greater, greater than I ever knew. Higher, higher, your love breaks through. When my dreams fall down, you lift me high. In every storm, you're by my side. I trust you now, I'm walking free. You're writing a story that's greater than me. I laid it down, the dream I held so tight. Now I can see you were guiding me right. Through every tear, you were shaping me for a future that's far beyond what I could see. In the waiting, I found my peace, knowing your plan will never cease. What I thought was lost was found in you. Now I walk in faith, knowing you'll see me through. Yeah, you're greater, greater than I ever knew. Higher, higher, your love breaks through. When my dreams fall down, you lift me high. In every storm, you're by my side. I trust you now, I'm walking free. You're writing a story that's greater than me. Inside me, oh, you're greater, oh, oh, you're higher, oh, you're leading, you're writing a story inside me. You're greater.